Come spend time in the knife lab, it's my kind of scene. Fighting the negative downers with terrible songs and crunchy memes. When the world's overbearing, you find the knife lab is caring. No fees apply, just be a nice guy and take what you learn with a grain of salt. 'Cause I'm a man with fun. Like my singing. I fucked that up, didn't I? Whoopsie.
Hello my friends, welcome to the Knife Lab. This is the place that is unmolested by the world's current events. We are talking today about a steel of the future, Vanax, a nitrogen steel. Nitrogen. So hot right now. Nitrogen. This is a steel I played with about a year or so ago on a custom knife, and this is, I believe, the first instance of Vanax appearing in the production knife market. This quiet carry drifter does demand a fair premium price for the privilege though. $325 US dues. That is a packet. But for that money you are getting, I believe, the most balanced and competent EDC steel you can get currently without having to seek custom makers or custom heat treats and things like that. Vanax replaces the job of carbon with nitrogen. So there is about the same level of nitrogen in the steel as you'd usually find in a carbon sort of based stainless steel. It is still present, the carbon, but nitrogen, 1.5% of it, is doing the bulk of the nitride formation, which is what holds the edges, especially when combined with other really cool stuff like vanadium, like niobium. It's all here. This is a very good steel, but what pushes this one over the line is that it is basically immune to the elements. I've extensively tested the rust resistance and corrosion resistance of Vanax in the past, and it is up there with LC200N and H1. So, in terms of edge retention, you're going to get extreme performance as well. This will outcut M390. It won't, however, outcut the steels that are driven to that as their prime focus. So, S110V will probably outcut this if you're doing a rope cut test. Rex 121, Maximet, K390, they will likely, maybe even S90V, will likely outcut this, or at least match it. In terms of its abrasive resistance. Sure, but this does all the other things really, really well. For a price, of course. But what did it cut in my edge retention test? Well, my edge retention test, of course, is cutting twisted sisal rope with the knife, with the same portion of the knife over and over again. I start by taking the edge to a 17-degree mirror polish. And then from there, I cut the twisted sisal rope and I test periodically on a piece of paper for when the knife no longer does and I'll show you on a untested part of this blade, a nice paper slice where it goes effortlessly through the paper. So once it stops doing that, I stop, and that is the amount of passes made. The rope in combination with the board, whatever's doing it, that has caused for me to have a relatively consistent set of numbers about a lot of different steels. So I did that test with this knife. Let's see it. So there you go. That is a very good result. 670 cuts. Again, not going to compete with your your edge retention focused steels, but as a balanced steel, this is better than M390. It's better than 20CV. It's better than LC200N. It's better than, heck, most of the other stuff that everyone else is pumping out. It's just, it costs a lot of money. That's all it is. This is a Bowler steel. Bowler. Don't know if there's any US analogues of it just yet. Usually you do get the same recipe repeated from Crucible, Carpenter, all that sort of thing. But as it stands now, if you were to buy this quiet carry knife, you would probably be able to, for a brief period of time at any stretch, say, I have the production knife with the best all-around blade steel in it. And what's also really cool about this particular production knife is they've taken this steel and they've run with it. They've gone and put a very sharp, very thin, very good grind on it. Tall, flat grind that reminds me very much of the TRM Adams blade, which also gets excellent performance out of the 20CV. All I don't know on this one is the Rockwell. I'm going to go ahead and guess about 60 or 61 or something like that. And yeah, this is where everyone can chime in and say, well, a custom heat treater will certainly treat this to a higher level and get you further edge retaining ability. But yes, and they're absolutely right. But for production, for something you can just buy on the website and right now, this is it. This is it, boys and girls. This is the pinnacle of EDC steel at the moment, in my opinion. And hopefully my testing can sort of show that as well. Vanax, Live the Dream. It's also got a cool name. How good's that? I like when they actually name a steel, you know, rather than just like G462 or something like that, you know. Vanax. Vanax. It's good for what ails ya. Vanax. Thanks for watching, dudes. I'll see you all in the next one. Bye-bye.